it'll cost a piece of my soul. Every bloom came from losing control. Real love revealed me at my worst. Show me every version of the hurt.
Man, side hustles in 2026. This is just a follow up on the side hustle debate. It's out there. It's everybody's talking side hustle this, side hustle that. Well, handyman work is a side hustle. Well, I've worked at Menards at 2 different locations. Sutherland's, if you've heard of a Sutherland's, you probably have, or you probably haven't. When I got hired on at Menards, the guy said, Sutherland's, that's an old tape measure. Well, no, we've still got a Sutherland's where I'm from, so it's not that old of a tape measure. Yeah, it's got some age on it, but it's not that old. He says, well, our Sutherland's has been closed down for like 10 years. This was an old timer at the Menards I was working at. And then I ended up transferring when they opened a new store at a different Menards. And yeah, they were like, man, we hated to see him go. I got a better job offer, so I went there. But little Menards story, it was funny. I applied at a different lumberyard that day. And they, oh, we'll get back with you. We'll get back with you. So stop at the Menards, interview. They offered me a job right on the spot. And so then the other place, they called me back like 2 days later. And I'm like, nah, I'm already starting tomorrow at Menards. Sorry, you should have offered me the job when I come in and did the interview, because that's what Menards did. But yeah. So side hustling as a handyman. You know, a lot of us, we already have the tools and equipment. So, you know, that's kind of a no-brainer. You know, deck repairs, I really found deck repairs, anything repair, you know, for me was the easy part. You're not doing the whole job. You're just pulling some parts off the deck and repairing it. Especially if you already have the equipment, it's kind of a no-brainer. And so that was one of the things I really liked doing handyman work, was fencing and deck repairs. Gutter cleaning's a real simple deal. You know, you already have a ladder, and you know, that's, especially older people, you hate to see them up on a ladder. So gutter cleaning's a pretty easy deal that you can do for a side hustle. The one lady, when I was doing handyman work, like, her husband was like an attorney, so when I went over to do work for her, she's like, yeah, we don't even own a hammer. She's like, I tried doing it myself, and my husband doesn't even own a hammer. Well, yeah, he's an attorney, and you know, he'd rather pay to have it done. So but she called me quite a bit to do stuff at her house. She ordered a fence, a gate for her backyard, so she needed help with that. And even just doorknobs and handles and stuff like that. That was one of my accounts I really liked doing. But yeah, handyman work, you know, as long as you've done the work for yourself at one point in your life, it's nowadays a lot of stuff that we would do when I was growing up, just people don't do anymore. You know, single paned window glass and stuff like that. You've got glazing points and glazing compounds. A lot of your windows nowadays are double and triple paned, and they're not they're not your old single pane glass windows like they used to be, and so nobody really ever repairs these new ones. It's okay, you buy a whole new insert. So a lot of these older skills that a lot of us have, you know, people just don't do that. So as far as in the market, you're kind of the one guy out there because nobody else does it. Screen and storm door repair, you know, a lot of places don't do that. So storm door, there's little channels, little side pieces on storm windows and doors that break easy. If you can fixing to repair those. I used to always do them for the college at the lumber yard I worked at. The college kids would break up and tear stuff up, and so the repairmen from their college would bring the stuff down to our lumber yard, and we would repair the screen doors and windows there on site. But yeah, side hustling as a handyman in 2026. There's all kinds of stuff you can learn nowadays on the internet. Sheetrock repair. It seems like every place I've ever worked, they're like, "Hey, this needs painted. Go paint it." So that's how I acquired the painting skills. But yeah, 2026 as a handyman, it's possible. Get out there and do it.
Stop hiding from the weight of it all. Let the pressure build me after the fall. Scars on the race, they become the map. Every broken road showing where I'm at. Fame can't be.
We just can't do it the normal way. You know, if you want boring, you can go to somebody else's YouTube channel. Because we are keeping it upbeat in here.
Where the real pain lives, deep in the chest where the darkness gives. Still I move through the coldest nights, still reaching through the dark for light. Even Moses fight to break the ground. I grew through the noise without a sound.
Hey, 2026. Make it work for you. See ya.